Have you ever looked at mid-century modern art and thought, well, that's silly, I could do that? There has to be some sort of conspiracy going on trying to convince me that this is worth my time. Well, guess what? You'd be right, because the abstract expressionism movement in post-war America was largely funded by the CIA. You see, as the Cold War ramped up, the CIA realized that the Soviet Union was very restricted by its limitations on realism in art. And they found that the abstract expressionism movement that was coming up in New York was the perfect foil to that. Art historians will note that the abstract expressionist movement became prominent abnormally quickly. Do you know why that is? The CIA. Now, the CIA saw the propaganda value in this movement, but they knew that they couldn't be directly involved with these iconoclast type artists. They would not play ball, so they stayed removed. And the artists had no idea. They kept a long leash and stayed out of the spotlight. But between the 40s and the 70s, they created the Congress for Cultural Freedom, they funded the Museum of Modern Art, they created all sorts of art shows, they bought and moved paintings around and promoted these things all from a distance. They also bankrolled the Partisan Review, which was a small circulating left-wing publication that published Saul Bellow for the first time. It was associated with James Baldwin and T.S. Eliot. And the editor of that publication was an incredibly influential art critic who the CIA then indirectly funded to promote this modern art. Some people will take this information and say, well, it's very indirect and the movement would have happened anyway. And I would say, yeah, maybe it would, but not with the speed or importance that it ended up happening. We're talking millions and millions of dollars of US government money that went into convincing us that this was worth looking at. So the next time you're at an art museum and you see a Rothko or a Pollock and think, why is this such a ridiculously expensive, important painting? It's because they were inadvertently part of a CIA psyop. And the US government artificially inflated the prices of these paintings in order to combat Soviet art